is up, guys and gals? It is me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are back at it again with another Transformer figure review, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformer Studio Series 86 Core Class Frenzy. And you know it's Frenzy because he is red. So, gonna stick that right there. We'll do all this. So, we basically are going to be taking a good look at Core Class Frenzy today, and I'm pretty excited about how this is looking around this. So, I mean... finally, we have our second tape bot, you know, so, or our second tape cassette bot for this line. So, y'all know the rules. We don't take a look at him or the accessories. We take a look at the box, and the box, if I do say so myself, looks pretty freaking beautiful. It's just one of those boxes where, you know, you can see some time and thought and energy went into this. As you can clearly see in the background here, this is from his famous shot in Studio Series, or not Studio Series, in the 1986 movie when he went, you know, when they basically tore down Autobot City, or started to. So here's his face all angry, grrr, and there's his on the side, grrr, all of that fun stuff, and there's him on top, grrr. So that's pretty much it for the box. And now we can take a look at the tape cassette itself, and we can take a look at Frenzy. And honestly, it's nothing really too massively special. It's pretty much just the same thing as Rumble. I mean, it's just a figure with it's just a cassette tape robot with, you know, with the lookings of Frenzy. So, and I don't know what happened with my copy, but it looks like somebody may have spooged a little bit on the paint and a little bit on some of the plastic here. There's some spots on my figure where there's a little bit of issue, but honestly, it's not the worst thing on the planet. So, anywho, so now that we've taken a look at this, we can take a look at his accessories, and he comes with four accessories. So, first ones he comes with are his two stomper pieces, and I think it's quite nice. Take a look at that, you know, very nice and going on here. And there are two little ports up here where you don't have to if you don't want to, but you can totally take the guns, and you can totally store them into these if you would like to when he gets into robot mode. However, this is not where you're going to be storing these. No, this is not where you store these. No. So you're going to homage the G1 toy. There are little ports right here that are small enough for the guns, and you're going to take the guns and you're just going to put them right on into these ports. So basically there you have all of that. So now he is homaging the G1 toy like that, and here you go. There's that. So now I suppose we could do scale comparisons. So I suppose we'll do scale comparisons. So here he is with Studio Series 86 Core Class Wheelie. Here he is with Core Class Spike Wiki. If I can get Spike to stand up properly. Here he is with Netflix War for Cybertron Bumblebee. Don't worry, I am in the process of finding Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. Just calm down. Here he's next to our previous review, Legacy United Gears. And just because, here he is next to War for Cybertron Kingdom Blaster. And here he is with his Nemesis Eject. And because this is Rumble, and I have to wait till I get the Legacy United Soundwave, we're going to test this out in Blaster to make sure that it fits inside the chest. And because if it fits inside Blaster, you know it's going to fit inside Soundwave. So close that open this back up, and close this back up like that. And we shall then Now get on into the transformation of the whole thing, and the whole thing is fairly simple, easy. It's stupid simple, easy, like all the rest, like Rumbles. So, in order to transform him, to start off, you're basically just going to undo these arms and bring these up on these hinge joints on the inside and the ball joint here. And you're going to bring this down, and you're going to rotate it till you see the larger, there's the small pin, you're going to rotate it till you see the other side of that pin. Going to bring this down, and then rotate this leg on the ball joint, and fold out the foot. And that's a leg all done. So bring this all the way down, rotate this, bring it down like so, rotate it, flip out the foot like that, and now the legs are pretty much done. So you're going to bring these down, you're going to fold out the hands if you can somehow manage to do it. It's not very easy. It's not very easy for people like me who do not have fingernails. So, what are we going to do? Well, I just happen to have this part laying around here. We're going to use our official Lego parts separator to flip out his hand here. And do it again. Right there, on this side here. Thank you, part separator. You've been more than a useful tool. And then you're going to make sure these legs are rotated around the other way. My apologies. You want all of this. You want the color of the tape deck facing backwards. You want to rotate it all forward. I apologize. I want to make sure these legs are rotated around, like so that the big piece is facing the other way. I do apologize on that one, everybody. See, I'm human. Mistakes do happen. So now you're going to open this up, flip out the head like that, and because we are completionists, we're going to now take the guns and we are going to place them right smack dab in the center on his back, right there. Do the same thing on the other one right here. Place those on his back like so. So now you have this, and I'm going to take the hands, and they do fold in. Just going to take these, fold them in. I like to fold them in just enough to where you can get the stomper bits on. You don't have to, but I like to fold them just enough. You're going to want to rotate these all the way around so that the little peg pieces for the handguns, which you can put them on his arms, you want these facing forward. And you're going to take these and you're going to put them right like so. And now you have Frenzy in his robot mode. My apologies, folks. I did the same thing the Collector Universe does. I called this guy Rumble. It's my fault, folks. I called him Rumble. So, anywho, that's pretty much him for robot mode, and I think it's really neat. I do like this robot mode. I love the fact that all the accessories work out. I do like the fact that everything does, fit nicely. And there are two 5mm ports, which you can take your parts effects, and you can totally shove them on in there if you would like to. You don't need to, but you can if you want to, and it's a nice little touch. I think Hasbro didn't have to do that, but they did, so I'm very grateful that they did. Now, in terms of scale comparison, here he is next to Core Class Wheelie. Here he's next to Core Class Spike Witwicky. Here he's next to Deluxe Netflix Bumblebee. Here he is next to Legacy United Gears. And finally, here he is next to Kingdom Blaster and Eject, and maybe not finally, but Blaster and Eject. And just because Here he's next to Rumble. And honestly, if these guys were Blasters little minions, I would be pretty happy with this set here, but they're not. So I need Steeljaw to complete this guy. So final thoughts on these two, because I'm going to rank these. I'm going to rank this guy first, and then I'm going to rank this. I'm going to rank, then I'm going to rank these as if they came in a set, because honestly, I think these two should have came in a set, and if you think otherwise, you're barking up the wrong tree for me. So, final thoughts on this guy. It's basically just a core class Rumble mold. It's your typical Rumble and Frenzy, and we've got to make the tape cassettes. We've got to work it out. And they basically just reused maybe not the Siege mold, but the Earthrise mold for Rumble and Frenzy and all of that stuff. They just added some stuff to this mold here. Now, am I going to say that's a bad thing? No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. I actually quite like it. Well, I suppose the only thing that I could really say is that, now we know who is who, so leave it down in the comments of who you think is who. I like this pairing a lot better. I like this being Rumble, and I like this being Frenzy. So anywho, this is Thomas Fan 01 leaving I gotta rank this guy. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna rank it just because it's got a little bit more primary color and darker colors to it, and I personally like the darker color aspect to it. I'm going to give it I'll give it a 7.5, 8 out of 10. There's nothing really massive actually, there is something massively wrong with my copy, in the fact that I think the person who had done this copy, in particularly this copy of Rumble, there's an issue right there with my copy. Like, it is just, like, sharp, jagged. It's just not very pleasant to the touch. And if we're really going to continue on here, there is a melted tab right here. I didn't do this. This literally came right out of the packaging. I haven't touched this thing since I unboxed it yet in our live stream. So I have not touched this thing since then, and these things are just ugh. So these bits, at least just this piece here and this piece here that's supposed to tab in, and this piece here. This piece on this side is straight, but on this side you can clearly see there's something wrong with it. So, anywho, yeah, 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Those two minor nitpicks / flaws as well. All I'm gonna give it in that regard of issues. So, anywho, this is Thomas Fan 01 basically saying, do not forget to check out Jordy's Rail video, Patrick with the Y, iStar552, Riveted Reviews, Bravely GG, New York Toy Hunter, The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, and Take Along Productions, as I know they all have done some amazing work in the past and will continue to do so in the future. So, this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.